Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Christian and I'm a fully qualified English language teacher and I've been teaching since 2016. And today's lesson is all about inversion. So this is quite complex grammar. I'll try to explain it in the easiest way possible and I'll show you some examples and I'll also tell you how we use it and when we use it. So let's just look at a normal sentence here. So I have never been to Australia. I have never been to Australia. It's a normal present perfect simple sentence structure. With inversion, what we do is we take the adverb or the adverbial phrase and we put it at the start of the sentence. Now listen to the word order here. Never have I ever been to Australia. So never have I ever been to Australia. What do you notice here? What you see is the subject and the verb have inverted. So they have swapped. It is now taking the question form, but it's not a question. Why, you say? Why do we use this? So sometimes it's just to sound more interesting. Sometimes it's to emphasize something. And sometimes it's to sound a little bit more formal. So maybe in a more formal context, and maybe something you'll see in a company policy. For example, at the bottom, you shouldn't smoke in the office under any circumstances. So you shouldn't smoke in the office under any circumstances. That's the normal structure. I want to take the adverbial phrase here. So under any circumstances. Let's take that structure and we're going to put it at the start. Now we need to change any to no to make it negative here. So now listen to what happens. Under no circumstances should you smoke in the office. So under no circumstances should you smoke in the office. Again, you should is now should you. It is inverted, it is taking the question form, but it's not a question. And this is very simply to sound more formal. And you might see that often written in a company policy or a formal document. The final example I just want to give to you today. So for example, if we're talking about things that we hardly ever do. So, and this is true for me actually. Okay, so this is the normal sentence structure. I hardly ever go for a run. So I hardly ever go for a run. That's a normal structure. Now listen to it when I invert it. So I'm going to take the adverbial phrase here. So hardly ever. I'll put it at the start of the sentence. So hardly ever do I go for a run. So hardly ever do I go for a run. Now what you see here, to make it the question form, we've had to include the auxiliary verb do. So just be careful. You can't say hardly ever go I. You can't say that. Hardly ever do I go for a run? And that is inversion. If you would like to learn a little bit more, please feel free to visit me at www.conversibly.co.uk. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.